Hello, today I am going to be shooting a film which is called the Wolfman 120. This film was given to me by the guys at the Film Photography Project, and they are making this film themselves. It's not a respool film, as they told me, and it's a brand new film, brand new emulsion, and they've been using this in 35mm and in 16mm, and I asked them for 120, so I'm gonna be using this film, and I'm gonna try it with a camera that I already tried once in the channel, but I think it's gonna be great for this episode. And wait, let me open the roll. I'm gonna be using this film with this camera, the Lomo 120. So it's a sunny/cloudy day outside, so this camera could be fun to use. This is a 100 ASA film, so it's gonna be a little bit dark, but I think it's gonna be fun anyway. So I'm gonna try to take some pictures. I'm going to Manhattan for the first time in a while, so I will be there taking some pictures and see what's up. So come with me, help me load the camera, and then I'll talk about my impressions of the film, even though I'm just gonna shoot one, so impressions is kind of a extreme idea. Let's just have fun, see how the pictures turn out, and then we can talk about it. Okay, let's go. And I will stop when it's time. Frame number 1. There you go. We're set. Can I take a picture?
Oh, you have a Momo.
Yeah. Thank you so much. This is a very fun camera to shoot with. I don't shoot it that often because it's a wide angle 120 camera, and it's mostly used for street photography, and as you can tell, these are not very good times for street photography. But I went outside and I took some pictures, and the process was really fun. I always enjoy shooting with a camera. But the film, here's the issue. I don't have any D76 developer anymore. So I said, okay, I'm gonna learn how to use HC110, and I've never used a developer. So I did my best and I developed a roll, and as you can clearly tell, I overdeveloped, and it's just almost a complete dark square, and when you scan this it looks absolutely white. So I overdeveloped that. Almost all the images look like this. Just take a look at this. So it's very overdeveloped, and it did not turn out as I expected. But it wasn't the film, because I also developed a roll of Acros 100, and it looks almost the same. When you scan the images that I shot, the scanner will basically show you like a white square, but you can adjust the highlights and bring back some of the detail. Of course, when you do that, the whites become kind of gray, and there's weird grain and artifacts and noise that appears. But I mean, truth be told, this is my impression, the film was able to hold a lot of overexposure and give me a very nice image regardless. So that's pretty nice. It's hard to tell what the difference is between black and white films. They all look alike to me. So I don't know, man. It more or less depends on what you want to achieve, or it depends on your workflow when you scan these images. When I'm shooting on the streets with the Lomo 120, I'm going around and taking pictures, and I really don't think about the film. I just set the ISO to 100 in this case, and just go out and shoot, and then I scan it. And there's a lot of things that happen in the process of scanning. Now I'm scanning with a flatbed scanner. I'm scanning with an Epson's V700.
Hi, I'm sorry. May I take a picture of you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Awesome. Just do what you're doing. That was awesome. Thank you.
So the scanner itself does a lot to the process. It's very funny to me when I post images of black and white. It doesn't happen that much anymore, but before I was posting an image and there was a lot of comments like, oh, there's like, you should do this with the agitation, you should do this with the development, oh my god, I can tell that you did this, and that's absolute trash. None of those comments hold any true, because when you scan a film, like, and you adjust the curves and you adjust the things, because I'm not scanning to have like a flat image and then post exactly that to the internet. Like when you scan an image, the scanner will affect the image regardless. So in a way, you can't really tell how a film looks like when you scan it, like the original real feel of the film. At least not on my workflow. Bear in mind, none of the films when you scan them are pure. Everything is mediated through the machines that you're using for scanning. So from that perspective, I can't say anything bad about the Wolfman 120. I can only say it's a very cool film. It's just another black and white film. I'm not a guy who goes into super details and like zooms on images and whatnot. Besides, the images I took were overdeveloped. But I really want to do this video because this film is going to be for sale on the Film Photography Project, and they're selling it because of Halloween. So that's why it's Wolfman, and it's like a wolf. But in particular, I wanted to talk about this film because it's not a respool film. And that was what caught my attention. I usually get offers on this channel to make like, could you make a review of my new film? It's called whatever. And it's not a new film. It's usually a respooled version of another film. But in the case of the guys of the Film Photography Project, they told me this is an original film. They are making this, and they have it on formats of 35mm and 120. And I said, like, if it's an original film, if you're producing it, if it's your thing and it's not a respooled version of something else, I'm down for that. I will be excited to try it. I tried it. It's a good film. I need to sharpen my developing skills. Regardless of that, I think it's a nice film. It retains a lot of detail. Like, the images that I shot are extremely overexposed, and you can tell they look really good. Since I had another roll, I decided to shoot another roll in another situation with another camera, and I shoot it with my Zeiss Icon 530/16. That's a horrible long name. They look really nice. Sure, they're overdeveloped, but they retain a lot of details, and at the same time, the whites are kind of grayish and they look cool. When you scan them, they give like a very nice flat image that gives you a lot of room to work with. So that was good, I would say. It behaved really well, actually. It behaved super well. Now, truth be told, and this is the big issue when talking about film reviews, I usually get a sense of the film once I've shot a lot of that film. And in this case, I've only shot 2 rolls, so I can't tell you like exactly how it behaves in every single situation. I tried my best to shoot like people moving and high contrast scenes and, really dark environments, really bright environments. I tried my best to show like the whole range of possibilities with the film. That's why this shoot film episode is not like a super technical, super street photography, focused episode. It's mostly like I'm gonna try all the different instances in which this film can work and which it can, I can test it. With more agitation, it becomes, of course, more contrasty. So the first film that I developed, the first roll was very contrasty, and the second one I did no agitations, and it's very gray and very neutral. So I would recommend, if you want to get like a more dynamic range on your film, I do more like a standing development, or agitate a little bit, not too much. I over agitate it and it's just super contrasty. If you're looking for a super contrasty look, well, there you go. That's your choice. So that's the Wolfman 120. I would say in general, the film retains a lot of detail and it works really nice. Like, I like it. It's not like I wouldn't say like, don't buy it, it's terrible, or like, oh my God, you need to buy it right now, it's the best film ever. It's a black and white film. If you want to experiment, this is a cool film. I don't exactly know what the difference between this and other films is. Like, I can't really tell. I will need to shoot so much more to get a grasp of the differences. But from my experience, it's a nice black and white film. If you want to purchase a black and white film in 120, like, this will be a cool option. Besides, it's a new film. Like, it's an emulsion that these guys are doing, and they're pushing this, product out there. So just for the sake of it, I think it's worth supporting this kind of stores that are doing film and pushing for the film community in a way. So yeah, that's my take. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy the images. I hope you enjoy this episode. And that's pretty much all I have to say. I hope you're doing well. And I will see you super soon. I hope to see you next week, but I can't promise that. I'm working a lot. I am teaching and I have a lot of stuff to do for university. So I'll do my best to have an episode next week, but if I don't, I'll see you as soon as I can. All right? All right. Take care. Thank you so much to my patrons. Thank you so much for you being here, and I'll see you super soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.